Dropa esse beat.
Hey, what is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast coming at you with another live episode. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here tonight. I got a couple of topics to hit up real quick. Took a break last week. I only did the throwdown last week. By the way, check out the weekly throwdown in the Fantasy Sports Corp YouTube channel every Thursday at 8:30 live. But today I'm bringing back my own show. Took a little break last week, and I'm coming back. I really want to touch on the play-in tournament, the NBA play-in tournament that sets off tomorrow, and Tuesday and Wednesday, and also I'll give you my reaction on the Odell Beckham Jr. signing by the Ravens. So anyway, let's jump on it real quick. Before we keep going, do me a favor. We're live on YouTube, live on Twitter. Please do me a favor. Go in to my YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification so you don't miss any other live episodes. Check out my other content. We are blowing up. It is what it is, baby. Anyway, starting with OBJ. Odell Beckham Jr., my man. Wow. A total of 1 year, overall 18 million, 15 million guaranteed for Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, look, this is a hard play if it's the last kind of action here or goodwill to sign Lamar Jackson finally. I hope so. I know Lamar and OBJ have been talking in the offseason. They were saying that, Aaron Rodgers really wanted Odell Beckham Jr. in the Jets. Well, Aaron Rodgers not a Jet, neither is Lamar Jackson. But I think this is a last ditch to see if they could reel in Mr. Lamar Jackson, okay, into signing whatever contract the Ravens have best offer on the table. I think it's what he needs. But $18 million, man, 15 million guaranteed, I think it's a tad bit much for somebody that's probably going to play at most 10 games in a season. Look, first let's break this contract down. Like I said, 1 year, 18 million in total. The contract is made up of the following: 13.835 million signing bonus, 1.165 million base salary, 3 million on incentive. Look, this would be probably on paper, the best wide receiver the Lamar Jackson will have at his disposal. Bateman did not cut it out. The last couple of seasons, we know Mark Andrew has been the man for Lamar, but he's never had a weapon this kind of caliber, right? But again, look, I'm not in any way bringing down OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., because of his skill. We know he's one of the most gifted receivers you've ever seen in the game. But honestly, it's a little bit disturbing that you're giving this guy so much money who's probably going to get you at most 10 million. Back-to-back ACL tears, all right, back-to-back seasons. Last time he played was a little bit over a year ago, actually almost a year and a half ago in the Super Bowl, where he played well and played a half. You're giving $18 million for somebody that has a lot of wear and tear with injuries, a diva. He's entitled and high maintenance individual. Also kind of a cancer in the locker room. So it's a huge gamble to try to lure Lamar into the whole scenario here. And look, I guess, you got to do everything you got to do. I mean, you're showing Lamar that you're loyal for him to win, for him to come and win. And at the end of the day, it's costing you 50 million guaranteed, because practically, I don't think, again, OBJ's problem is not ability, is availability. And I think the Ravens just stuck at him because I don't think this is the right move that's going to get Lamar to sign. Maybe they got something down on paper already because as of last night, as soon as the news hit, excuse me, him and no, Lamar and Odell Beckham Jr. were out of the town last night. All right, let me play you this video right here. All right, they were out in the town last night. Let me play that video again. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna pause it. If you look at Lamar right there, he does not seem interested at all in what's going on. All right, they're out in the club, baby. They're getting celebrated. This is right the first day. As soon as it was announced or the contract was announced for OBJ, these guys were out partying, bro. Look at Lamar, dude. He doesn't look even happy like he wants to be there. Odell. Odell's like, yeah, baby, let's go, man. I'm doing my thing. There's the music, champagne bottles. I mean, Lamar is kind of like a low key kind of guy. If you look at it, man, Lamar looks bored. Odell is in his element. Baby, welcome to the show. So honestly, it looks weird. It looks weird. It looks strange that Lamar Jackson and Odell just went out and party up to the town. Lamar does look disinterested. Does not want to be there. Oh man, again, I think I guess you have to go big for a superstar. I wish they would have gone big for a player like DeAndre Hopkins, who's probably going to get more playing time than Odell Beckham Jr. because he might, if he doesn't get suspended, he might last longer than OBJ. Don't like the fact that he's has a lot of wear and tear. OBJ's body, two ACL tears and surgery back to back. The guy is a specimen because he does recover quick. But again, it's not guaranteed that Lamar Jackson is signing with the Ravens. I mean, I hope OBJ has it in the back of his mind that he might be catching passes from either Anthony Brown or Tyler Huntley. So to me, I just think he took a nice gamble. He got his money, 15 million for a 1 year rental for OBJ, who's made a good living in his career. I think it's probably what OBJ was looking for the money. And if Lamar Jackson, by any chance, makes it, he does. And hey, it is what it is. But honestly, I think the Ravens are reaching. They are desperate. They want Lamar to more or less go ahead and just, his they're reaching for like the last ditch effort because they're not gonna give Lamar 250 million, which is what he's looking for. I don't know. I don't. I've scratched my head. I know OBJ was got to get signed. Look, if OBJ is healthy and Lamar comes back, great duel. You're gonna have Lamar's gonna have a weapon that he's never had before, at least for a limited time. But look, it is what it is, man. Lamar Jackson is a Raven, got himself 15 million guaranteed. I hate on the kid. Get that bag. Get that bag. All right. Get that bag and do your thing, baby. And just go ahead and celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Welcome Lamar and OBJ to the club, baby. Let's get it. And of course, we now have the play-in tournament, man. The play-in tournament's gonna be here tomorrow. I want to give you my predictions and reactions, and just give you my breakdown. This Thursday in debt, we're gonna break down the first round at the weekly throwdown. Me and JT gonna do our battle style, typical back and forth, and we're both gonna kind of like take a division, and we're both gonna go ahead and go ham on it and give you our best takes. But today, I want to tell you what's going on with the play-in tournament. All right, look, tomorrow we're gonna have the Heat for the first game, the 7 and 8 for the 7 seed game. Then you're gonna have the Lakers and the Timberwolves for the A seed game on Tuesday. You're gonna have the 7 and 8 for the wet for the 7 and 8 for between the Bulls. I'm sorry, I got this wrong. Tomorrow the 7 and 8 round, and you're gonna have the Heat and the Atlanta Hawks. I'm sorry, and then the Lakers and the Timberwolves for the 7 seed in the East and the West here. Then the battle to play the loser for the 8 seed is going to be between the Bulls and the Toronto Raptors in the East, and then you got OKC, the Thunder against the Pelicans. All right. So I want to start. Let's start, of course, with the Miami and the Atlanta Hawk matchup here on Wednesday. This is for the seventh seed. The winner gets the seventh seed. The loser gets to play the winner of the Bulls and Toronto for the eighth seed. Miami again, a little bit disappointing. They were a shot away from the NBA Finals last year. All of a sudden, 44-38. Listen, the East has been a dog battle, or it's been a dog fight, and Miami finding themselves to make the playoffs is kind of a shot. And big reason for Miami being in this position is that they couldn't score the basket. All right. They had a hard time. They have three guys that are averaging over 20 points a game or 20 plus points in the team. But unfortunately, overall, their offense is nowhere near as good as last year. Great defensively, like every year, and it's pretty good. For the Atlanta Hawks, Trey Young and DeJounte Murray, great season as combo guards. Both guys over 20 points a game. Look, Jimmy's leading the Heat in scoring at 22.9, almost 6 rebounds, almost 5.5 assists. 1.8 steals, all around game by Jimmy. Heats were 44 and 38, 27 and 14, home and away, and 6 and 4 to finish the season. The Hawks with Trey Young, another illustrious Trey Young season, 26.2 points per game, 10.2 assists per game. I mean, there were 41 and 41, 17 and 24. There were, record overall were 41 and 41. So right now, advantage to me has to be the Miami Heat because they do have the better all around team. Scoring edge definitely goes to the Hawk, who are number 9 in the league, and the Heat are number 29th, almost dead last. I mean, offensively, the Hawks are 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 better than the Heat almost in every category. Defensively is where the Heat kind of step up, and they're better. They go ahead and match up better wise in regards to overall stats. So overall, I think that the Hawks are a better offensive team. The Heat got a better all around team, but honestly, I think that Miami should pull this off. But I seen Trey Young perform in the playoffs before, and I think it's gonna get nasty. I have a feeling that Trey Young can get hot like he did a couple of years ago. And will this team pass the Heat? You could see the Heat losing to the Hawks very, very easy tomorrow night. I would not put them past them. I'm picking the Heat, but I would not put past the Heat to lose tomorrow because they've been playing really inconsistent all year long. All right, that's the crazy part. That's what's nuts. I mean, overall, if you look at the matchups here, let me see. Atlanta has had a really good season this year. Roster has been solid. They definitely disappointed, but Bodan Bogdanovic was hurt for some time of the year. All right, we know how great Clint Capella has played pretty solid all year. I think 11 rebounds a game or something like that. DeAndre Hunter has had a disappearing. Clint Capella's had a really disappointing season, and they can score, man. Atlanta can score 118 points per game. Their pace is the third in the league, and that's what scares me about it. They shoot 35% from three, which is 21. They don't shoot up a lot of threes. They attempt about 10.8. They actually make about 10.8, which is almost dead last. They don't shoot the three ball well, but they do score a lot. So it's a pace that it could really, really disturb the it could really, really disturb the Heat. And when you have a player like Trey Young that can heat up at any time, that's actually a problem. But again, Miami has the team to win. If you look at the Miami Heat, all right, you got Jimmy. All right, look at this. Look at the guys. Look at their anchor. Right, you got Jimmy and Bam, and also Tyler Hero. You got three guys that can score at any time. Kyler Lowry, which point guard has been a weakness all year long, has been hurt. He's day to day. He may not even play. He probably most likely going to play. But again, look, and then you got some good bench strength with Kevin Love, Victor Oladipo. All right, Duncan Robinson have gone out to lunch and disappear. But they really, it's just finally they're gonna die with their core three. Their core three is Bam, Jimmy, and Tyler Hero. He averaging about 109.5 points per game. That's 30 in the league, and that's where they actually do. So their pace and points per game is almost dead last, right at the bottom in field goals. 17th at 3 pointers. They're 27 overall in 3-point percentage. All right, they're kind of right there. They're even. Rebounding, they're tied for 27. But I think overall, look, I think that they should win, but I would not be surprised if Trey Young drops a 40-point game like he's done in the past and takes over this game. Would not be surprised by that at all. Right? It pretty much it is what it is. Let's go to the second game, which is the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Lakers. Look, this is a completely different story. All right. You got the Lakers coming in hot. The Lakers are coming in very, very hot. Best record since the All-Star game. All right. Right now, they're like, let me see this. Since the All-Star game, the Lakers have 16-7. Anthony Davis played the second most games for the Lakers, I believe 52, since the bubble season. They've actually had the best streak since the bubble season. LeBron James is back healthy. They are really, really playing good basketball. They're coming in very hot. Last 10 games, 8-2, averaging 122.6 points per game. That's crazy. 26 assists per game, 47. This is in the last 10 games where they're into 46.7. This is how they finished the season. 6.5 steals per game, 4.9 blocks, shooting 50% from the field. They're averaging their opponents have averaged 115 points against them. So they're coming in hot. Now the Timberwolves also themselves are 7-3 in the last 10 games. However, they're kind of like self-destructing right here. All right. Jaden McDaniel is out for the season, okay, with a fractured wrist because he got frustrated due to the Rudy Gobert throwing a punch at Kyle Anderson in the last game of the season, and he's out for the season. Big part. Jaden McDaniel has been a huge part of that particular offense, especially when Anthony Edwards was hurt for most of the season. All right. Kyle Anthony Towns has been hurt for most of the season. This kid has been a good piece in there. That's a huge loss. Rudy Gobert, a huge trade that they gave up the farm for the overrated Rudy Gobert. He's suspended for the play-in tournament for the first game against the Lakers. Another huge loss, regardless of how bad he mixed with. Remember, I called it. I said that was a stupid trade, and I don't know what the hell were they thinking. So to me, clear that the Lakers should move on and win decisively here based on the fact that Rudy's out, Jalen McDaniel is out. This team is in complete turmoil. The Timberwolves are, and I think the Lakers are gonna guaranteed and sealed that 7 seed. That's probably the easiest bet you have out of all the games. Lakers will win this by 10, probably. Let's move on to the Chicago Bulls and Toronto Raptors on April 12th. Again, this is for the again. Now we're moving on to the next day, which is the winner. This is for the A seed. So the winner here is going to play the loser of Miami and the Hawks. And this game is so much garbage. I mean, look, I like Toronto. Toronto is scrappy. All right. The Bulls are the team with DeMar DeRozan and everybody else that have a lot more talent, but look, they just fall short. And to me, I think that I honestly think that the Toronto Raptors should be able to take this one, edge the Bulls out on this one. Toronto Raptors are higher in pace. They shoot a higher percentage field goal wise. They're also score more points. Pascal Siakam has had another great season of 24.2 points per game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Look, DeMar DeRozan again, steady old DeMar. He always gets, he's out there all the time, man. He lights it up. He lights it up. He's always doing what he does, man. He's been consistent all his life. And it's a shame, man, because he's never going to win a championship. He's gotten close in the playoffs with Toronto, but now he's playing against his old team. And I think the Raptors should be able to edge them out. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a very close game. Definitely give me the Raptors on this one. And they move on to go ahead and knock down and face the winner of Toronto of the Heat and the Hawks, which I think they're going to play the Hawks. And if they play the Hawks, I think the Hawks are going to take that. So that's what I have to say about that. Let's get back to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're going to play. Oklahoma is going to play the Pelicans without Zion Williamson. We don't even know if he's going to make it back to the playoff. I think he's out for the season. But Brandon Ingram has carried this team. He's averaging 24.7 points per game. That's their horse. 5.5 rebounds, 5.8 assists per game. And of course, man, the Oklahoma City Thunder has been led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at 31 and a half points per game. A complete breakout season. Should be the most improved player in the league. It's had a complete season, and I'm happy for this kid because they are tough. And believe it or not, man, as good as the season the Pelicans have had, I will take my gamble with the Pelicans. Yes, I am going contrarian on this right now. I am going with the Pelicans because fifth in the league in scoring. All right, 117 points per game. They put up a lot of points, and Josh Giddey is a great point guard. Turns the ball over a lot, but in the playoffs, these young guys who have no fear, and Josh Giddey and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, look, they're gonna come in and play, man. They're gonna come in and play without any complete fear and nothing to lose. That's the great part about this. In regards to the Pels, which look, the Pels have an interesting team, right? If you think about it, the Pelicans, uh, with CJ McCollum and the fact that what's his name, Zion Williams has been out, it'll be a different story. But I know Ingram is not. It's going to place his best because he's performed well in the play, and before throughout the season, and he's actually a very clutch player. But I give the edge to the Oklahoma City Thunder because again, when it comes to the playoffs in a one game series, I think the player that can take over games, and to me, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander instead of has the edge over Brandon Ingram here, and I think they're going to pull this one off. They're going to beat the Pelicans. I'm going contrarian on this one. I know it's not a popular opinion. I think everybody is probably picking the Pelicans on this one, but I go with OKC, and then they're going to end up facing the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that's when I believe that the Timberwolves might be able to get this one out. So there you go, man. So just to break this down again, I got Miami, but I will not be surprised if Atlanta takes this one because I think and I believe strongly on Trey Young's ability to take over a series and a game, especially in a one-game tournament. But I'm gonna give the edge to Miami. Lakers for sure, no contest. They're playing the best ball since the All-Star game at anybody in the West, best record in the league, and they are going against a dumpster fire in Minnesota. For Wednesday, the seventh, the eighth seed matchup here, I got the Raptors edging the Bulls. I trust that team more overall, and OKC because just Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to take over. Man, 31 and a half points per game this season. He has been a complete beast. It is what it is. That's why I give them the notch. So yeah, there we go. We cover a little bit of NBA today. I went up and hit up the OBJ signing one more time, bro. Let's take a look at OBJ partying with Lamar. And Lamar does not look interested at all. Lamar looks so uninterested. It's not even funny. I don't know if this is just a play or whatever the heck may be, but that just looks really, really bad. That just looks really, really bad. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to really say here. Well, everybody, thank you for listening. I appreciate everybody tuning in for this quick live episode. I wanted to give back. I'm definitely going to go ahead and post this on Rumble and everywhere else. Of course, audio on iTunes, Spotify, and on my other platforms. Again, tune in on Thursday and the Fantasy Sports Corporation channel for the weekly throwdown between me and Jordan Thomas, who we're going to be hitting giving you our predictions for the first round of the NBA. Okay, I'm going to take the East, and he's going to take the West. We're going to battle out with our best takes and predictions here, and the winner takes all. Thank you, everybody, for listening and watching. This is your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast, signing out. Peace.